Hello viewers of Sounding Board, and tonight we're going to talk about Mini Serenity. This was made for the Firefly series. I'm not sure where it came from, but it's from 2015. So this was found at a $1.99 store. I mean at 99-cent city or 99-cent store. And it's interesting how long this has been in archive. They had a whole bunch of these actually. I think these were sold through, I'll put the Lazy Sue here because it'll be easier to show it in the end. But let's open her up and see what she looks like. It's got a huge tag right there. Let's cut off this tag. Because not often you find 99-cent spaceships. Especially to TV shows that are beloved TV shows. Maybe this is why it was on clearance, because this gets in the way. But there's what it looks like from the bottom. It's all got a print like that goes all the way around the ship. Oh, it gets stuck on that material. For a very short-lived TV show, the show had a strong following for a short amount of time. It even had a club with the browncoats, which kind of disappeared over time. I recommend it. It was a really good series. I watched it after it aired, and it was on DVD at Suncoast, collected in one set. And then a couple years later, Serenity the movie came out, which finished up storylines that were left open from the original TV show. But I really enjoyed this show a lot. You know, there's not really too much you can really say about it. It's kind of a goofy little piece. It's a nice little piece of nostalgia, let's say. If you love this show, you'll love going out of your way to go get one of these, or you already had one. And when you had these, did you rip this tag off, or did you just leave it on and display it like this, with a little thing underneath it, kind of like, we'll use this. So then, if you can't afford a real expensive version of the Firefly, you can now get a cheap one. One that's economically affordable. And I'm going to put this up there with my Enterprise, the Apollo mission, UFO, Space 1999 Chariot, and the Viper, and the Mercury mission capsule. Because I really love sci-fi. I don't think sci-fi is getting a good rep or reputation as of late, because they're not telling interesting stories, or they have captivating characters that entice us into watching it. They're too caught up with identity and sexual and verbal politics that they're losing the direction of sci-fi. You know, back in the day of Kirk, you know, his was going from planet to planet, have a message to say about society, like Rod Sterling, and it was like a wagon train in space. And then I don't have Picard, but I do have Geordi. And Geordi, the Next Generation, started out being kind of like a wagon train in space, and then became more about ecological sci-fi, more of environmental. not so much racial sci-fi, not so much racial tension. Um, and now the incarnations of Star Trek aren't anything like what we remember about sci-fi anymore. You know, good sci-fi, even the comic books have changed a lot. We don't even get good storytelling from modern writers. You know, we have characters like Darkseid and Superman and Batman, and they're all appropriated to propagate a message, but not a story of right and wrong. You know, and that's the main thing about sci-fi. It was right and wrong, about humanitarian. Are we doing the right thing or the wrong thing? Not how many, you know, what atrocities have we done in the past that we need to pay for? You know, that's what made this man, like Gene Roddenberry and Rod Serling, a great writer, because they enticed us, intoxicated us with their stories. Now we have a hard time sitting there just going through a single episode of Discovery or a single episode of Batwoman. They're so, or even Doctor Who, they're so lost in the politics that they've lost what sci-fi was about. We watch it first for entertainment, but we also watch it to learn something about ourselves, not to be preached to. And that's the big thing, is learning something about ourselves, how we could become better, not being preached to it where everything we did was wrong in life. But until next time, this is the Sounding Board, signing off.